Princess Leonor of Spain is much more than a royal face. At only 19 years old, she is breathing new life into the Spanish monarchy. Committed, determined, and close to the people, she embodies the future of an institution in search of meaning. Immerse yourself in a moving story, between tradition and modernity, that could change the destiny of the Spanish crown forever. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with your loved ones, and tell us in the comments, do you think Leonor can really save the Spanish monarchy? Once upon a time, there was a monarchy in crisis, a disillusioned kingdom, a crown tarnished by scandal. But at the heart of this declining landscape, a figure stands out, a voice rises, a gaze captures hope. Her name is Leonor de Borbón y Ortiz, Princess of Asturias, eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia. And at barely 19 years old, she is transforming the very face of the Spanish monarchy. For several years, the monarchical institution in Spain has been faltering. The wounds left by the scandals of former King Juan Carlos I, exiled in the United Arab Emirates, have left deep scars on public opinion. The monarchy seemed to no longer speak to young people, to the changing society, to the increasingly demanding Spanish people. But Leonor, by her mere presence, is gradually reversing this dynamic. Just look at her first steps into the public sphere. From childhood, she was meticulously groomed to become queen. But it wasn't just a royal education that made her so popular, it was her ability to embody the hope for a better future. When she speaks, whether in her first speeches or at national commemorations, she does so with striking accuracy, maturity, and emotion. Nothing is left to chance, but nothing seems forced either. Her gaze conveys the sincerity of her generation. One of the most significant moments of her rise to power was, without a doubt, her oath to the Spanish Constitution, taken on the occasion of her 18th birthday. That day, before Congress, she swore loyalty to the Constitution and to the King. It was a solemn, emotional moment, a moment of history that millions of homes watched in silence. His posture, his diction, his concentration impressed even the most skeptical. This was not just a ceremony, it was the announcement of a renewal. But Leonor isn't just a demure and well-groomed image. She's also a young woman of the 21st century. She studied in Wales at the prestigious UWC Atlantic College, alongside students from all over the world. She encountered diversity, academic rigor, and independence. This openness to the world has shaped her, and it's reflected in her attitude. She speaks several languages, is interested in the environment, social rights, and contemporary issues. She embodies modernity without denying tradition. And then there's her military commitment. Here again, she surprises. By joining the General Military Academy in Zaragoza, she showed that she didn't shy away from the demands of her future role. Helmet on her head, fatigues on her shoulders, Leonor accepted the discipline, the exhausting marches, and the apprenticeship of command. A strong way of saying that she doesn't want a golden throne, but a position in the service of the country. This image of a future soldier queen had a profound impact on people's minds. People were no longer talking about a princess, in the classic sense of the term, but rather about a future head of state. And the people have responded. The polls are clear. The popularity of the monarchy, long in freefall, has experienced a spectacular rebound since Leonor's entry into the public eye. Young Spaniards, long disinterested in royalty, are beginning to pay attention to her. She has become a generational icon, almost a star in spite of herself. Her understated style, her naturalness, and her reserved yet approachable demeanor speak louder than 1,000 words. The foreign press is not mistaken. From Paris to London, from Berlin to New York, articles about the new pearl of the European monarchy are multiplying. Some even compare her to Kate Middleton or Princess Elizabeth of Belgium. Others see in her a rare blend of German rigor and Latin charm. But what sets her apart is undoubtedly her roots in a real, tormented Spain, in search of unity, and her sincere desire to embody this unity without artifice. Leonor's public appearances are always highly scrutinized. During national holidays, military commemorations, charity galas, or official visits, every gesture, every word is analyzed. But she never disappoints. Even in front of international figures, she remains calm, displays impressive poise, while retaining that touch of modesty that reassures. She is also extremely protected. King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia rigorously ensure that her image remains intact. No excesses, no unnecessary exposure. Each outing is carefully considered, structured, but never stifled. This contributes to forging an almost mythical character, both accessible and elusive. Leonor is not alone in this adventure. Her sister, the Infanta Sofia, discreetly supports her, and the duo often arouses public sympathy. Their visible complicity and their unfeigned joy at official events bring a rare warmth to a world often perceived as rigid. This bond between sisters is an additional strength, a sign that the future of the monarchy could rest on a more united, more humane family. Queen Letizia, for her part, plays a central role in this dynamic. A former journalist and a modern woman, she has shaped her daughters with a demanding but clear-sighted education. She understands the media codes, the pitfalls of celebrity, and public expectations. Her influence on Leonor is undeniable, but never stifling. This mother-daughter duo is fascinating. It embodies the transition between two eras, between two ways of being a woman and a sovereign. As for King Felipe VI, he seems to be gradually ceding center stage to his daughter. He remains the institutional guarantor, the head of state, but he knows that the future lies with Leonor. And he is handing over the keys to the kingdom to her, step by step. In his speeches, his travels, and his gestures, one senses the silent but effective transmission of power. A clear-sighted king, an heiress on the rise, this is the reassuring formula. The challenges awaiting Leonor are immense. One day, she will have to reign over a Spain still marked by its regional divisions, its troubled history, and its social tensions. She will have to embody national unity without being a rigid symbol. She will have to adapt to technological, societal, and ecological developments, while maintaining the legitimacy of an inherited power. A difficult equation, but one that few figures seem capable of solving today, apart from her. What if the Spanish monarchy, long unloved, were to regain favor thanks to a young woman born in the 21st century? What if, in this changing Europe, the answer to instability lay in the stability of a princess who rejected clichés, excesses, and illusions? This scenario, just a few years ago, seemed utopian. Today, it has become tangible. Real. Leonor embodies much more than a princess. She has become, for many, a symbol of hope, an anchor, a promise. She is not content to simply restore the image of the monarchy, she is rebuilding it, in her own way, slowly, surely, and quietly. And it is perhaps this discretion, this constancy, this quiet strength, that make her an essential figure. In a world saturated with images, crises, and noise, Spain looks to the future with a young woman who, without ever raising her voice, has already won hearts. What if the true monarchical revolution were being born, not in palaces, but in the hopeful eyes of a people who still believe in the idea of unity, continuity, and dignity? Can Leonor truly become the Queen Spain so desperately needs?